Hey, Matt, you get that replacement book? Yes, my parents made me pay for it and gave me a list of chores. Well, that seems fair. What did they make you do? I have to drive my sister around, pick up the dog poop in the yard, and dinner every single night. You have to dinner? How do you dinner? Well, normally I just grab a box of mac and cheese and go from there. No, you dingling, you can't dinner. Look, what you said is I have to drive my sister around, pick up the dog poop in the yard, and dinner every single night. That's a list. When you're listing or comparing, you have to list and compare nouns with nouns and verbs with verbs. And the verbs must be in the same form. You listed two verbs, drive my sister and pick up dog poop, but then you ended with a noun. What you should have said is I have to drive my sister around, pick up dog poop in the yard, and make dinner every single night. That way you're matching. Make sense? Yeah, I get it. You're just going to make mac and cheese all week long? Yeah, but I have really bad lactose intolerance, so I'm probably going to end up with massive diarrhea. Stop right there. Parallel structure is a really common rule. Whenever you're listing or comparing, you have to list and compare only nouns with nouns and verbs with verbs, and the verbs have to be in the same form. When you're doing something like, I like hot dogs, hamburgers, and potato chips, you can't say, I like hot dogs, hamburgers, and eating potato chips, because that would be a noun, and then a verb. So you can't do that. Check out these 5 examples, pause the video, and then we'll talk about them. So the first one, I really like running, hiking, and to swim. So we're listing verbs, that's great, but you have to list the verbs in the same form. So it has to be, I really like running, hiking, and swimming, or something like that. You can switch up the rest of the sentence however you want, but they just have to match. For the second one, my sister is always complaining because she doesn't like to eat hot dogs, chips, or go swimming. So again, we're listing what? We're listing the things your sister doesn't like to eat: hot dogs, chips, and blank. So again, because we're listing nouns, we can't end on go swimming. For the third one, there are very few things that could get me to stay up late, eat bad food, and TikToking. So again, we're listing, but we're listing verbs, right? To stay up, eat bad food, and then TikToking. That doesn't work. It would have to be to stay up, eat, and TikTok or something like that, but you shouldn't be on TikTok anyway. For the fourth one, at the end of the day, I'm really proud that I graduated from college, made great friends, and I was always trying my best. So again, what are we doing? We're listing, and what are the first things? I'm really proud I graduated from college, made great friends. So 2 verbs, and then I was always, and that doesn't work because I was always is not a verb, right? You can't just jump into the end of the sentence or the end of the list or the middle of the list and throw in a pronoun or a name or something like that. For the fifth one, my mom will be so happy when she sees the roses, tulips, and sees me planting the flowers. Now, this is a really common mistake because a lot of people argue, but I'm just repeating the verb from the beginning. My mom sees the roses, tulips, and sees me planting, but you can't do that. If you're going to list nouns, you have to stick only with nouns, which is what we're doing. We're listing the things your mom's going to see: roses, tulips, and planted flowers, or something like that. I hope this makes sense. We'll keep coming back to it. But again, this is called parallel structure. Whenever you're listing or comparing, you have to make everything match.